think about it from an honest perspective. And once a snowflake turns into a snowball, which turns into an avalanche. And what's going on, people? It's your boy Cruz at 211.com. That is 2elvn.com. And I just wanted to do a quick video update. I recently put a video up on YouTube that I'm not happy about. The lights weren't quite, well, the lighting wasn't right. Nothing was right. So this is a new video. And also, in the introduction of the video, I kind of alluded to the fact that I had a topic that I was going to discuss. And then I sort of realized that I had already talked about that topic. So preparation really is key when you're doing these types of videos. So today I wanted to do a completely new vlog. Hopefully this will be transferred over to the podcast here soon, but essentially I wanted to talk about 3 different topics. So today's vlog is going to be about listing items with graphics. I'll talk about some of the things that I do. I'll be putting up images and sort of pictures of what I've been doing, and talking about putting measurements on the clothings, and part-time selling and expectations. So hopefully the video is not too long. I think it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and get started. So listing items with graphics. So there's 2 apps that I use. All of these apps are available on iOS. I don't know if they're available on Android, so you're gonna have to look that up. I'm pretty sure they are. These are pretty big apps, so they're probably going to be available on whatever device you're using. But the first app I use is called Google Snapseed. Google Snapseed. Well, all of Google's products are designed to be user friendly. So Google's on point with all of the products. So anyways, Google Snapseed allows me to input, it allows me to do a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously crop, expand, distort, add filters, add text, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Once you get into it, it's very intuitive and it's really easy to use. So Google Snapseed is something that I use, and I'll put images up as I'm discussing Google Snapseed of items that I've posted with the Google Snapseed. So and they've sold too. So I've done some A/B testing, going back and forth and trying to figure out whether or not items that I post with Google Snapseed actually sell better than items that I don't. So far it seems as though, and the one thing I haven't done is actually track whether or not this is actually helping or not. So I really have to get better at that. But it seems to me that the ones that I actually put images on sell really well. So I'll also put example of items that I've sold with the Google Snapseed and with the Google Snapseed editing, I'll say. All right. The second app that I use is PixArt. So PixArt allows you to not only do all the distort and all that stuff. It's very creative. It has different effects that you can use. I've used it for my custom thumbnails on my YouTube videos, and it just makes it really, really interesting, and it makes it pop, and it's a little bit different. So I really like that PixArt app, and I'll use them in conjunction. For example, PixArt lets you do picture in picture. So I could take a picture and then I could put another picture inside of it. So I'll use it for like PNG files, and that's a little bit technical, but essentially I'll be able to embed different pictures into PixArt, and then I can put text on there with Google Snapseed, because I enjoy their text, their fonts, and all that stuff a little bit better. All right, and so I use all of this, and it sort of parlays right into putting my measurements on all the clothes that I sell. I used to, and again, all the images will pop up, used to put pictures up on eBay with the actual tape measure clipped onto each side, and which was fine. So the whole point of putting measurements on your clothing is to minimize returns, because people will know exactly what they're getting. They'll know exactly what size that, well, you put the size, but they won't know whether it fits well on them because sizes run different lengths and widths. So it'll just minimize your chance of returns. So what I do is whenever I list any of my clothing items, if you don't have a mannequin, which I don't, I've only been listing for 3 months, so I don't have a mannequin in that whole setup. Um, I do armpit to armpit. I do the top of the shoulder down to the bottom of the shirt, and then I do the sleeve. And even if it's short sleeve, I put 10 inches or 12 inches, depending on the size, whatever it is. Um, so that's what I do. And so with the Google Snapseed app, I can sort of use, you know, the less than sign, and the greater than sign, and just put some hash marks in between, and I can spread it out. You can expand that that hash mark into exactly the size that you want, or so that it points from point to point. And so underneath that, I will then put the text saying, "Hey, this is the armpit to armpit measurement. This is the top of the sleeve to the cuff measurement. This is the collar to bottom of the shirt measurement." And I'll input all that text into the whatever I'm selling, and it just seems to be a lot smoother. I've gotten a lot of great feedback. My feedback jumped up when I started using the pictures to describe items. Even the items that I'm selling, all the electronics and everything like that, I put little badges up. And if you use Google Snapseed, you'll understand what the badges are. And I'll put badges up saying tested and working, or missing part, or for parts only, or for whatever it is that I want to do. And that's what I'll incorporate into it. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about is part-time selling and expectations. So I have a full-time job. I work full-time for a really good company. I make a very decent living, but I just like the challenge. I love the challenge of the flip, of the hustle, of taking something, finding the gem. I feel like Indiana Jones when I'm out there. This is the way I explained it to one of my buddies. I said, what you don't see Indiana Jones do, and I'm a huge Indiana Jones nut, is you don't see the research that he does on all the artifacts and everything that he's searching for, on the dead languages, on the wherever he is. You don't see the research on the Nazis. If you're watching The Last Crusade, you don't see the research he's doing for the Temple of Doom to figure out where all this stuff is. You don't see any of that stuff. What you do see is that he's finding artifacts, and that he's searching specifically for an artifact that's either going to destroy the planet or whatever the case is. So I love those movies. But so I feel like Indiana Jones whenever I'm out here hustling, whenever I'm out here doing the research ahead of time. And then the coolest thing ever is when you research like a specific clothing brand, or a specific toy, or a specific set of books. And then when you find it, oh my God, the high is incredible. You're like, because you know it's a home run. Most of the time you go in blind, you hope to find something good, and you feel happy that you find something good. But when you put in the work, and then you find something that you were doing all the research on, forget about it. I mean, it's an incredible feeling. It's an incredible feeling. And so anyways, so that's the whole point that I wanted to talk about, is that even if you're doing this part-time, you still essentially have to do all the research. You have to do all the work. A lot of people that do it full-time, I don't know if they talk a lot about the work. I know a couple of guys that do talk a lot about the work and how difficult it is. And yes, you see a lot of people that are very successful, and you see a lot of people putting up images on Instagram and images on Twitter, on Facebook. You see people starting Facebook groups and doing all this stuff. There is so much work up front to learn, and there's so much stuff out there that there's no way to learn about everything. That's the key, is trying to figure out what you're good at, what you're better at, and then, throw 75% of your effort into what you're good at, and then dabble in the other stuff. And once you're good with the other stuff, then you can incorporate it a little bit more, because there's so much stuff. For example, if you watch Raking Profits video, he just did a meetup recently, and one of the meetup members actually showed a piece of glass, a glass plate. And if you don't watch that video, you should, because essentially what she showed was that, all right, so there was about 20 people in the meetup, and probably every single person passed up on this item. And then she essentially informed everybody that this item was worth $500 to $600, which is ridiculous. So take a look at that video. I'll have a link up at the bottom to it so that you can check that out. But essentially, the expectations should be that it's a lot of hard work. The effort is worth it. There's a lot of money out there, but you should go in understanding the fact that you may or may not come out with a home run. You most likely will, but you may or may not come out with a home run. And that's okay. But when you do, the feeling is incredible. And it's something that you'll get hooked. You will. I promise you're going to get hooked on flipping stuff, whether it's eBay, Poshmark, Let Go, OfferUp, Craigslist. It doesn't matter. You're going to get hooked on selling stuff, because there's so much extra money to be made out here. So those are the 3 topics that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to go in with an actual understanding of what exactly I wanted to discuss. So hopefully the lighting's better. I just added a light. I need to get a whole lighting kit and everything like that. Right now I'm slacking. I don't have a lighting kit, and I know that it would do tremendous things for the videos and the vlogs and everything like that. So I would definitely try to get a lighting kit. In the meantime, hopefully the lighting's better. Once I edit this, hopefully it's good enough for me to upload. Either way, I think this is really good content. I hope y'all dig it. If you do, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. And even if you don't like what I'm talking about, please comment and let me know if there's any topics that you want me to discuss as a new eBay, Amazon seller, or anything. If you're selling anything anywhere, if you want to comment and let me know, hey, OfferUp, everybody's sleeping on it, you need to get on it, let me know. If you want to let me know that, hey, guys can do Poshmark and do pretty well, you need to get on that. I don't think I've ever done that. The only thing about Poshmark I've seen is that a lot of women sell female clothing on Poshmark, and maybe it's just because I've never been on the site. I don't know that there's dudes clothing, and maybe that's something that I'm really sleeping on. So anyways, so hope y'all dig the video. If you do, please smash the like button. Oh man, I think I stole Raking Profits line. Please no, I can't say delicately hit. I'll think of something. I'll think of something that's comparable to the Raking Profits smash the like button line. But I don't want to steal his joint. So my bad, Steve. I'm not trying to steal your joint. So eventually I'll come up with my own little catchphrases. But this is only not even the 10th video I've done. So anyways, I hope y'all dig it. The podcast is coming up soon. Hopefully I can upload this through iTunes, through my website. Oh, you can reach me at CRUZ, the number 2, ELVN, Echo Lima Victor November, on all social media. It's going to be scrolling across. That is CRUZ2ELVN, and you can reach me at 2ELVN.com. My email address, all the links to my social is there, as well as the bottom of this page. So again, hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's staying blessed. And please hit up my website. There's tons of blogs, tons of info on there. And let me know if y'all dig this video. All right. Hope everybody's good. Later.